Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Ricky Dillon, you are amazing. We got the one and only Bishop Joseph Walker, the senior pastor of Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, Nashville, Tennessee, and the presiding bishop of Full Gospel. Bishop Walker, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to everybody. God is amazing. Boy, you know you can sing. That graduation was awesome. Listen, I want to thank God for all of you today. Let me tell you. You know, God is so amazing that he allows us, even after we experience injury by people, harm by people, to move beyond our scars and use our scars as a testimony that we are still here. You know, everybody's going to get scars sometimes, and sometimes they're visible, sometimes they're hidden. But the fact is, everybody I'm talking to now is going to have scars in your life. But the reality is that God has fixed it so that even though we may have scars, they're not a sign of shame, but they are a sign that you have survived what happened to you. Have you ever wondered how the skin goes from a wound to a scar? It's a powerful revelation. I want you to get it. When your skin is cut, it doesn't happen right away. Sometimes when you're burned or injured, the body will jump right back into action to save you, stopping the bleeding first by clotting, and God will stop the bleeding. He'll come in and he'll stop it. And watch this. He'll move all the bacteria out, all the dead tissue. But oftentimes, whenever we get hurt by people or things happen, God will start removing everything that was negative out of our life. But here's the remarkable thing, I love this, is that God will start rebuilding what's broken. He'll start taking everything that was injured in our lives, and he'll start closing the gap. And you know how he does it? By putting new blood vessels where the injury occurred. And we talk about the blood that reaches to the highest mountain and flows to the lowest valley. We come back together because God allows the blood to do it. And here's the real thing. Scar tissue is different than any other kind of tissue. You know why? Because it says this, that even though something happened, I'm not as sensitive in that area as I was before. And there are things that happen in your life that had you up all night long. But now that you've gone through what you've gone through, it don't bother you no more. Man, I thank God for that. I may have some scars, but you know what? I'm still here. Let that be the word for you today. They tried to hurt you, but you're still here.
Oh, man, that's a good word right there. Bishop Walker, man, thank you so much for getting up this early, jumping on with us this morning. Hey, and let everybody know how they can follow you and how you can be reached on social media.
Hey, I want everybody right now, go to Mount Zion Nashville YouTube, Mount Zion Nashville YouTube page, and then, of course, also follow me on Instagram at Joseph Walker 3, and let me know you were listening to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
That is. All right, man. Hey, appreciate you, Bishop. Love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, here's the Clark sisters right here, living Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour, y'all, front page right here. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Monday, May 5th, and also Cinco de Mayo. Here's what's going on in the news. Do y'all remember when Trump said this last week?
They were going out of business. They came to me, about 50 people that headed up, and they came to me the first year, and I took care of them. I got them more money than they ever dreamt possible, and they're in great shape now, and they have long-term financing. Nobody did that but Donald Trump. They love Trump, every one of them.
Well, just days after bragging about all he's done for HBCUs, Trump has proposed cutting $65 million from Howard University's federal funding. Now, Howard is the only HBCU that was created and funded by the federal government, so slashing its budget has people wondering if the support he promised is real or just political talk. An Evanston, Illinois restaurant owner is apologizing after a heated confrontation with a customer over a tip went viral. Kenny Chow, who owns Table to Sticks, confronted a regular outside the restaurant after they repeatedly didn't leave a tip.
Get in my water, bro. I ain't touching you. Hold on, your bag is loose, bro. I ain't trying to do nothing to you. I paid for my food, and now you mad because I won't tip you, and you follow me down the street?
I'm supposed to fucking make money.
Okay, so raise your prices. That's not my problem. I know you mad. I know. So don't serve me then. So don't serve me food then. Don't serve me food then.
Shut the up, man.
Okay.
Man. Who was that again?
So what happened is this customer keeps going into this one restaurant, and he doesn't leave a tip. So the owner actually followed him outside of the restaurant to say, where's my tip? Stop coming in here and not leaving a tip. He paid for his food, but he wanted a tip. So after social media torched the owner, he deactivated the restaurant's social media, and later the customer's brother visited the restaurant, and the owner apologized, offered a handwritten note, and the customer's favorite meal. But it's sparking a debate about tipping and accusations of racial bias. Well, it is Cinco de Mayo, but you might not be in the mood for a margarita. Starting today, the feds are resuming collections on student loans that were in default, so borrowers could see their wages garnished or tax refunds taken. For information on these stories and more, check out the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
NBA playoffs are in full motion, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, Golden State beat the Houston Rockets to advance to the next round of the playoffs. That was a Game 7 off the chain. Not sure if you guys got a chance to watch it. In the meantime, Game 1 of the second round, Indiana Pacers beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. What's up with it, man? Indiana says, hey, don't forget about us over here. We doing our thug thizzle. One of the greatest, San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich, is stepping down as head coach of the Spurs after medical issues, and he's going to be moving to the front office to accept the front office role, man. He's 76 years old and 5 championships. Popovich will no longer be the head coach on the sideline for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, if y'all have been under a rock, President Donald Trump said this about Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith may run for president, as you know. Do you have any advice for Stephen A. If he launches the run?
No, Stephen A. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. I love watching him. He's got great entertainment skills, which is very important. People watch him. You know, a lot of these Democrats I watch, I say they have no chance. I've been pretty good at picking people and picking candidates, and I will tell you, I'd love to see him run.
He got the endorsement from Donald Trump. So Stephen A. responded saying, listen, man, I'm going to keep the door open. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm going to keep the door open because, you never know what God got planned for you. That's my sports report right there. Briggity Tat got the hot spot. What you going to be talking about?
Man, Rock T, jury selection in the Diddy trial starts today, and we're going to talk about it up next in the hot spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Diddy will be present today in a New York court to watch as attorneys begin selecting a jury of his peers who will decide his fate. Now, the task of the jury selection is to weed out people who can't render a fair verdict. Prosecutors and defense will both try to fill the jury box with people they believe are more likely to see the case in their favor. Diddy faces 5 counts on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. If convicted on all counts, he could face life in prison. He has been in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since his September 24 arrest. He has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. Anybody want to comment or say anything about that?
We just got to pray for him.
And we absolutely are praying for him and everybody else involved.
That jury selection, that's critical.
That's crucial.
Ooh,
That's going to be crucial.
And they're going to be trying to size them up and down. Are you Democrat? Are you Republican? Are you
everything?
Everything. Yep.
Everything. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to be glued to trying to figure out what's going on, and we will definitely keep everybody posted. Moving on, y'all. Blackground Records 2.0 is back with new music by Aaliyah. The song is reportedly an AI-assisted track that dropped this past Friday that features Tank. Tank says, this song is an opportunity for me to say thank you to someone truly special. Thank you for the love and thank you for this very moment because now I get to say I have a new song with Aaliyah. Let's hear a little bit of it, y'all.
Just give me a chance to explain my story. Baby, then you will see. Baby, I'm gone. Baby, I'm...
wow.
Okay, that's the new
nice
song by Aaliyah featuring Tank, and it's titled Gone. How do they do that? Anybody?
Probably take her voice and, I don't know. That's a good question, bro. I'm sitting up here trying to flex like I'm
I was wondering where you was going with that.
Yeah, hurry up and shut up. Let me be quiet. Sitting up here on the radio with this mess, don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
He was approaching the club.
Like somebody granddad, I think what they did was they took a track. Yeah, shut my own ass.
We was all listening hard, too.
Shut up, Rickey Smiley. Shut your ass up.
We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to Rickey Smiley. Shut up, right?
I literally told him, man, shut your ass. You know.
Hit us up now for your wake-up calls at 8669-RICKY, 8669-RICKEY. Coming up next, right, T got the joke of the day. Ooh, the time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time for Rock T's Joke of the Day. Yeah, that's a good intro. That was one of them Bob Barker. Come on down. All right, Rock, let's go, man.
Why does a chicken coop have 2 doors?
Why does a chicken coop have 2 doors?
Because if it had 4 doors, it'd be called a chicken sedan.
Oh.
Come on, Gary.
I mean, you got a point. I don't know if it was funny, but you got a point.
Ricky.
I mean, I'm saying I'm not talking about the joke part, but 4 doors sedan, 2 door coupe.
It's a coupe.
Well, yeah.
But how many doors? But there's only 1 door in a chicken coop.
Oh, no, it's 2 doors. You got the front and the back.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Gary, is that true?
No, that is not true.
That's true. You got 2 doors in a chicken coop, man.
We ain't never had no 2 doors on ours, honey.
Rock, you had a chicken coop?
Well, my grandma and grandpa had chicken coops.
And they had a back door.
Had 2 doors in it because we was running in and out them bad boys, running them chickens out.
Oh, my God. And if you touch one of them bitches, they'll tear you up.
Come on, dog.
But y'all don't know nothing. We grew up on a farm.
Don't play with them roosters.
Oh, no, I'm scared of them roosters. Yeah, y'all ain't nobody had a farm. We had pigs, we had chickens, we had an outhouse.
We did too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, those outhouses.
I grew up in apartments, so no.
But I never would use the bathroom in that outhouse. I couldn't do it.
I know, honey. We used to hold it too until we got back to Port Arthur.
Wow. Wait.
No wonder your damn stomach big. God,
all that backup.
You got a holding tank for her stomach. Man, God, dog.
We go to Louisiana, baby. We like, I
know it, right? Yeah, I'll go off in the woods somewhere. All right, Rock. That was a good try. Special K, what you got coming up?
Well, let's upgrade your manhood. It's never too early for some toxic masculinity. Man Law Monday coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It is about that time for man law violations with Special K for some toxic masculinity. K, good morning.
That's right. Good morning. I need all males age 14 and above. Get close to the radio. Listen good, because it's time for Man Law Monday. That's right. You're going to be a man out here in these streets. So let's get to it. That's right. You hear the masculinity in my tone? It's Man Law Monday. If 2 grown men are doing the boots on the ground dance, neither one of y'all need to be popping no fan.
At all. You can't have one.
Pump your fist.
You can't have
use
one
your
in
hand.
your possession.
Yep. Just use your hand. Why you got a fan anyway?
Right.
Unless you're giving it to your woman. Don't be popping no damn fan, especially if it's 2 of y'all together. Especially
Even
if y'all
you
rode
hot,
there
don't
together.
fan. You can't fan with one of those kind of fans.
No,
a Martin Luther King, Mahalia Jackson on the back.
Something like that. All right, men, if you're calling a woman's phone, you don't let it ring more than 3 times. Anything past 4 rings,
2.
You a stalker.
We done voted it down to 2. That's last year's bill. The new one is 2.
Wow. Yeah, if it ring more than... Well,
up,
you got to let it ring twice.
I promise she's going to hit you right back if she
depending on how fine she is. Just let it ring twice. No real man should ever call a woman that he's with the B word that rhymes with witch. Don't ever do that. At least not out loud. Say it in your brain. Under your breath or when you get in the car and you're pulling away. But
good advice.
You open the door when she go in the grocery store and she don't say thank you.
Like we all do. Say it when y'all are safely out of hearing distance. Now, if you're having a conversation face to face with another man You should never have your arms folded across your chest while you talking.
No.
Wait a minute, what you mean?
You can't have your arms folded across your chest while you talking to another man face to face. That's just weird.
Like fold your arms like the rappers in the pictures, like that.
No, you just can't cross your arms on your chest.
Yes,
and be
you
talking
can.
to another man. No,
it's how you do it. It's how you do it.
But you got to spread your legs and stand like y'all finna fight. But you can't fold up your arm like the basketball players do when they slam on somebody. You crazy?
Yeah, you can't. You just can't be sitting on one of your hips. While
you can't have your hands by your damn side in case somebody hit you in the face. Man, you crazy as hell.
If two men sitting on the couch, there needs to be at least 4 feet of space between you.
Yeah.
That means 2 men can't sit on a love
seat.
Now,
if it's a love seat, one of y'all got to sit on the arm.
Yeah.
Or you got to lean over so far that it's uncomfortable.
Game got to be on. Yeah. Game got to be on. That's good.
It need to be a reason why both of y'all sitting on that.
That's good, but I don't know about that arms folded thing, and we're going to talk about that some more.
Well, here's one we ain't got to talk about. 2 grown men should never be in a department store shopping for linens. Don't do that.
Wait, don't do that. I don't even think people in the LGBT community do that.
No, two dudes shopping for comforters and pillowcases and all that. No.
What if you're
really?
Two dudes, you can't. If you're a dude, you can't take her home, but y'all can't go to Home Goods together.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
You don't need to be buying linens together, candles, fragrances.
I don't care if you're going to Bed Bath and Beyond. Both of y'all getting a broom, and you can't do it.
Right. Oh my God! But the other man got to tell you how many the thread counts is.
No.
Now, you all have to excuse me, but it's the truth. If I'm talking to any of y'all and my breath stinking, and we have something here does, I feel like to brush my teeth or my tongue. Please, if anybody walk up and give you a mint, don't feel embarrassed. Take it, because they have a reason. So this is true. I'm not just up here just talking. I'm talking because it's the truth. And it's going around. This thing is going around. And when it's in the streets and every place else. This is my church. I love my church. I was born and reared in this church like many of you. So I'm going to speak the truth whether you like it or not. And may God bless each and every one of you. Y'all have a blessed day.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Former NBA star, y'all, known for his years with the Boston Celtics, honey, and more recently, y'all, honey, gave some unfiltered takes, y'all. Now, we're talking about Mr. Paul Pierce, y'all. Y'all know who Paul Pierce is, honey. Well, nevertheless, Paul Pierce, honey, made sure, y'all, that he's never going to be invited to any more social events or whatever, because he boldly declared, y'all, that marriage is for poor people and old people. And here's what he had to say.
Marriage is for old people and poor people. Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and we're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income. So you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70. It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through. But right now, I'm too cracking right now.
Isn't that touching, y'all? And they also said, honey, he said that the traditional idea of marriage no longer holds value for men, especially those who are successful or wealthy. He said, what does a man really get out of marriage? He said, if you're rich, honey, it's risky. He said, if you're young, you don't need it. He said, marriage is for people, y'all, honey, who need stability, poor people and old people, unquote.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that touching? Do y'all think that all you married people, do y'all feel that way? Because, I mean, because they say poor people get married, because like you said, because they do want to join their incomes, but rich people don't really need to get married because they have everything they need and stuff. They sure don't need another spouse or nobody to bring them down. So I guess, I don't know.
That's interesting. That's his perspective, man.
Mm-hmm, that is. So y'all feel that way? I mean, I know Ron T and Special K, Georgia, Brat, y'all all married and stuff. Do y'all feel this? Do y'all feel that way?
The government name.
I mean,
you just give my whole social security number too.
Come on now. Wow.
Home address.
Okay. Phone number?
Damn.
Husband, last name. What we doing?
Okay, what are we doing?
Yes, sir.
Who I just got lightheaded?
He went straight.
Do y'all feeling her answer the question?
I'm happy, man. That's you. It's great when you can have a mate that's your true best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Come on
I
now.
love it.
Yeah, but I mean, but when you break up, then you got to fight over who gonna get the towel.
Okay, the answer is don't break up.
Yeah, ain't nobody breaking
That's
up.
just don't break up.
You look forward to breaking up, Gary?
Some people are actually happy together.
Oh, really?
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, Paul Pierce said, honey, it's for poor people. I know y'all who talking is poor, so I guess he did say.
Well, I'm not
man,
answering because you asked Georgia, not Alfreda's.
I mean, Alfreda's.
Nope.
Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, honey, Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour. They're saying, y'all, that is reportedly still struggling, y'all, honey. They're saying, y'all, that, honey, it was very awkward. They say, but Queen Bey's Cowboy Carter era may be giving country chic, glam, and fierce vocals, but they say, according to the fans on social media, honey, her stadium, they are not so full, y'all. And a lot of people say, still talking about, too, that, you know, she recently bought some gold teeth, honey, a whole rack of teeth and stuff. They say, had she probably saved that money, you know, it probably could help out a lot of the people, but she recently bought some gold teeth, honey. People saying that, you know, she was representing, she said, her hometown, Houston, so she had turquoise guns and all these different little things on them and stuff. And some people saying that it was maybe up to $1 million when she paid for it, but they say if you go to the dentist website, they say it start off at like $10,000. So, but nevertheless, honey, we just gotta keep Beyonce lifted in prayer because, honey, this girl, she is Queen Bey, and I think people should support her. People should stop acting like, you know, that she's not doing her job, even though a lot of people was waiting on their Social Security checks at the time and their income tax checks, but still, Beyonce still went on, but they're still saying, y'all, that she's playing, y'all, to a half-empty crowd, and they say the staff may be doing a little behind the scenes, rearranging, y'all, to make things look fuller, especially, y'all, on social media, honey. So they said one fan claimed that during the stop on the tour, they say she was seated in a pretty barren section. They say, but when the stadium lights came on and the half-empty vibe became super noticeable, staff, y'all, politely asked her and her other friends to move to a more camera-friendly spot. So that's good, and that's what people do anyway. I mean, you know, it's like when you go to these award shows, they have to have seat fillers. You know, when the recipient wins an award, they go up and get the award, so they got to have a seat filler. So I think there's nothing wrong with having seat fillers at Beyonce's concert and stuff like that because, honey, she is the queen, and, you know, you don't want to look like that you're not, you know, doing your job and that people are not supporting her because we do support Beyonce in everything she does. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is espresso bean. On the high end, you say espresso beans, and on the low end, you say beautiful dark gray. That's your color for today.
All right.
Oh, and don't forget, don't forget, y'all, May the 9th is, honey, Tea Party Day. So get your tickets, go to the stardome.com. Get your tickets, honey, for Tea Party 2 at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Gary with the tea.
Here we go. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on. And just wake it up.
My name is Melissa. I'm calling from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I would like to say happy Cinco de Mayo and happy birthday to Courtney Golfin. Get up.
It's Misha and Skylar calling from Fort Lauderdale. We love the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up. This is CJ from H-Town, Texas, baby. Heading to work to get that bread, baby. I love you guys. Have a fantastic week. Wake up.
Wake up.
Hey.
If you listening on your radio. Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Let them know then. Charleston, wake up. Wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Let's go. Wake up. Come on, Montgomery. Wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up.
Appreciate that. Bring it in tag.
You welcome.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T. B-I-C-T-H.
Josh. J-O-S.
Beast.
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagle!
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
Time to expand your vocabulary, ladies and gentlemen, with the word of the week. Gary will give us a new definition and let us know how to use that word in a sentence. Gary, what word you be expanding our vocabulary with this week?
Well, Rock T, this word, honey, is one of my favorite words. I think it is anyway. But this word, the week's word is procavator. And it's a noun.
No, sir, it is not.
No,
sir, it is not.
It's provocator.
No, sir.
It's pronounced, damn it, provocateur. That's what you got down here. Hey, now look, all the damn buzzes.
No, say it. Break down syllables. First syllable, Pruh.
P-R-U-H is pru.
Pruh.
Vok.
Tour. Now put them all together.
Well, what's the other T-O-O-R then?
That's how it's spelled out. Now just put those 4 syllables together.
Provocateur.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah. Alfreda's what
I mean, that's as good as it's probably going to get.
Okay.
It's still raggedy.
I mean, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe try it again.
Say it again.
Provocateur.
Stay right there. Don't move. Stay right there.
Provocateur.
There you go.
What's the definition?
What?
What's the definition?
The definition of it is a person who deliberately stirs up trouble or controversy to provoke a strong reaction.
All right. Use it in a sentence.
Gary with the T is a provocateur, a troublesome person that irritates fans of great performers such as Beyonce, Michael B. Jordan, and comedian Special K. What the hell,
I'm glad to be included in that group, Gary. Thank you. I'm so glad to be included in that.
Oh, really?
Group.
Are you?
Yeah.
And what you mean, Alfreda, that's gonna be as good as it gets?
No, you did. No, you did. It was great. That was wonderful.
Great is a stretch.
I mean,
I wouldn't go with great.
That was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was adequate.
Provocateur.
It was adequate. Yeah, provocateur. You never heard that word? That's a great word, Gary.
Well, no, honey, I heard a provocateur, but it wasn't this.
Provocateur, yeah.
It was a lingerie place.
Oh, no.
That makes sense.
What you doing in the laundry? Oh, I forgot. There you go.
I get it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here, man. That's the word of the week. Provocateur. Gary with the T. Y'all give it up for the homie.
Yeah.
Black Tony.
Hey, what's up, T? Rock?
It's Rock T. This Darius?
Yes, it's Darius, man. I'm just... Hold on, put that down. Y'all finna get it now. Everybody today. So don't even try to go to school. Anyway, yeah.
Where's Black Tony at, first of all, dog? I mean, I know you his cousin, but...
I know. Black Tony has got himself in a world of trouble, and I don't even want to talk about it over the line, but that ain't got nothing to do with some trouble going on over here, because let me tell you this, and I don't care, and this ain't even got nothing to do with nothing, but people need to start cleaning up, Rock. People need to start cleaning up. I'm using a cleanup day. I messed with this girl, and she got that fire, but this damn house filthy.
You messing with a girl with a dirty house?
But she got that fire, but we need to break, because usually people with that fire, they be using that not to clean up. But no, they think they could. No, that ain't gonna work, man. It's a damn shame.
Trying to overcompensate.
Trying to overcompensate in this house around here, man. I sprayed some awesome on the wall, and that wall cried dirt. It cried.
That awesome, some good stuff right there, dog.
That awesome. But ain't no way your walls should cry like that.
So what's
tears ran down. Tears of dirt ran down this damn wall. Man, let me tell you something. it ain't going down now. We need to get back to basics so we can have a good life. And then she mad at me because I can't make love all night. Hell, I can't make love and you got a pile of dirty clothes covered up with a sheet on the floor that look like a damn burial site.
Wait a minute.
I thought you was supposed to kill it. I said I was until I looked over there and saw a damn dead body. I can't do that.
So Black Tony didn't come to work today again. You supposed to be filling in
Black
for him,
Tony
and you
didn't
didn't come
to
back.
work today. Right. And I'm over here bringing national attention to springtime, and it's time to clean up. I'm so damn tired of smelling breath on this pillow. Watch this damn pillow.
Drooling, smelling breath.
I can't like that. But people act like they can't wash a pillow. Don't wash the pillow slip. It's the damn pillow at this point.
So you said that she slob a lot and that slobber get to the pillow?
I don't know what's going on around here, but this is national attention to everybody to take time out to get your house in order. Y'all living, that ain't living, man. You got to get your house in order. It ain't a plant in this damn house.
Why don't you deal with a better class of women?
Who's better than somebody with that fire?
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
I mean, yeah, dog, you got to suck that up, dog.
Yeah,
maybe not.
But right now, right now, this is neither here nor there. But I'll be in there tomorrow because I think Tony he got court tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about that tomorrow. But hey, now I'm gonna ask. Can I ask y'all something?
What's that, dog?
What y'all about to get into?
I ate some gummies. I have some questions. If the early bird gets the worm, then why do good things come to those who wait? If Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, then why did it fall off? Why have I never seen a baby pigeon? If you describe something as indescribable, then haven't you just described it? If I get out of the shower clean, then how does the towel get dirty? How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes? Why is it called a building if it's already built? Why does quicksand work so slowly? If you're not supposed to eat at night, then why is there a light in the fridge? Why are they called apartments if they're all stuck together? Why is the time of day with the slowest traffic called rush hour? Why is it called shipping when it goes by truck, but cargo when it goes by ship? The fork you use at your favorite restaurant has been inside of 1,000 different mouths.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Rocks. T. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, Nick Cannon, the wonderful ex-husband of Miss Morial Carey and the father to 12 or 13 more other children, y'all, is finally speaking out, y'all. Now, he recently went out on a podcast, and he was telling people, what he's doing and how he's insuring parts of his body. And here's what Mr. Cannon had to say.
I mean, it started off like, this would be a good joke, but we really went through with it. They were like, a lot of celebrity women are insuring their legs in case something goes wrong.
Heidi Klum.
Yeah. And they were like, well, what's your most valuable asset, Nick? My and, I got the insurance policy in my office. It's like, it's so legit. $5 million per testicle. Like, if I happen to lose one, all the money goes to my kids.
Isn't that something? That's cheap. Just $5 million. I mean,
so it's $10 million.
But it's $10 million for both. But I mean, $5 per one, each one. I mean, he should have did 10 per. Because I remember Jennifer Lopez. I remember when she insured her legs. She insured her legs for millions of dollars, honey. And a lot of people, complain about it. But I think it's a good thing. I think most people should insure, most of their body parts. I'm going to insure some of my body parts, honey, because I mean, that's my moneymaker. So,
wonder what kind of policy you can get on your legs, Gary.
Well, my legs definitely get a lot of money. My dad said we had stallion legs, because I have nice trimmed legs. But honey, I have other parts.
He said you have stallion legs.
Like a little stallion.
Well, you got goat legs,
little sticks.
Don't mean greatest of all time.
So, would any of y'all ever consider insure some of y'all body parts, any of your body parts? Brad, would you consider anything?
I don't know. I mean, Mariah insured her legs years ago. She was one of the first people to do it. So
yeah.
He probably got the idea first, maybe from her. I think J-Lo insured some things.
Yeah, her
too,
legs.
on her. Yep, and Mariah did too. So I guess a lot of people have done that now, have started doing that. So I don't know. What does that mean? If something happened to one of them?
You get paid. And I mean, just think about it. I mean, a lot of people, I mean, especially, do you insure your mouth?
I insure my brain.
Oh, Lord. Well, you ain't getting much from that.
Genius that comes out of it.
Yeah. A lot of pro athletes do it, Gary.
Well, they need to insure more than that, honey, so they have all them babies all over the creation, honey. So I think they should do that. Freeze, would you insure something on you, your hair or something like that?
My hair? No, just buy a wig. But I would think Brad, you would insure your voice. If you know what I mean, if you're going to insure something.
Yeah, that would be cool, I guess.
Yeah, because if your voice goes good, you can be compensated, honey. So, yeah, I mean,
how do you even fill out papers for that? What do you?
I'm sure, honey.
You gotta go to the doctor and make sure you get all checked out, and then
Yep.
If the insurance company got a way to collect premiums from you on it, they'll find a way.
They'll find a way, huh?
Yes,
give you that paperwork.
Yes,
they're created, huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to tell y'all what I would insure, but I can't say
No,
that.
thank you.
Next story.
Nobody insuring that.
Yeah, it's very valuable. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. A$AP Rocky, baby, they say he can't resist, honey, dressing out of his wife's or his baby's mama clothes, y'all. They said in the episode, y'all, of the run through with Vogue Park, and they said on the rapper, honey, and the Met Gala 2025 Coachella admitted, y'all, to stealing pieces, honey, from Rihanna's wardrobe, y'all, some of which his girlfriend may not know that he even took from her. Now, they say when it comes to his approach to getting dressed, he explained, man, pardon my language, he said, but I do what the well I want to do. He said, honey, I want to represent, he said, I want to be a catalyst for daring men. And yes, he is a catalyst for me. And I think it's a lot of men now wearing women clothes. And I think that's the new thing now. I mean, wear woman's blouse and stuff like that, honey. They said that the fashion killer artist continued. He said, I don't know who drew the line between femininity or just being feminine and masculinity. He said, excuse me. He said, honey, I don't know who drew that line, but I don't see any barriers for him. Isn't that nice? I think more men need to wear their wives and girlfriend clothes and stuff. I mean, everything now that you go to the store.
Maybe not.
Yes, I mean, because everything when you go to the store now, most of the stuff you're buying now is unisex. So, I mean, why not wear your girlfriend or your wife's clothes and stuff like that?
Some men wear their wives' lingerie, like nightgown and stuff, as a joke.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke?
Yeah, just to be funny. Like, she walk in the room and you got on a nightgown.
Yeah.
Is that what you do, Kay?
I've done it a few times. It's less funny each time I do it, though. She laughs less.
So you gonna keep, how many times have you done it, dog?
Yeah, you've done it a couple of times. Huh?
Maybe a dozen.
Really?
I can't be tiptoeing around those stilettos, dog.
I ain't say her shoes. That would be kind of weird.
No, whatever. If you're going to wear some feminine stuff, it doesn't matter if it's shoes or a nightgown or whatever, honey. Ain't nothing no different weird than the other one, honey.
My feet are way bigger than hers, but we could definitely wear the same nightgown.
Well, you could wear her sling bags, honey. You could put on her shoes where your feet be out and you ain't got to have them strapped in, so you could wear her sling bag. No, but nevertheless, honey, I think it's a good thing, and I think more men should wear more lace lapel underwear or something like that, for their wives and women.
Underwear is going too far.
Yeah. Brett, did I go too high with lapel?
A little bit more, a little too high with the lapel.
Okay, maybe I should say Victoria's Secretions. Then I don't know.
Yeah, Kay ain't gonna get no lapel.
Yeah, I definitely ain't getting that. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. But it sounds expensive.
It's very expensive.
Your wife.
My credit card just declined talking about it.
Yeah, it sure did. And then my queen for free story, y'all, they say Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens, her husband, y'all, they made a glam slam, honey. A glam slam, y'all, at the Kentucky Derby, honey. Did y'all see those ugly outfits they had on? Girl, I'm like, no, they did not, honey. That boy jacket, first of all, the jacket he had on, baby, was entirely too small, number one, and that little ugly hat. And Simone, they got entirely too much money to be going to the Kentucky Derby looking like that. I mean, they looked a mess. I love them both, but, honey, they just looked a mess, baby.
How bad was it?
Girl, it was just not cute, Brad, honey. Girl, she had that little hat on, girl, looking like, honey, she was going to color purple. And he had his hat on and that little old jacket. I'm like, girl, and they talking about they made a grand slam. If that was a glam slam, honey, I would hate to see, honey, look like they just woke up and went to the, going to the Kentucky Derby, though. But anyway, congratulations, though, to Jonathan, honey, and his beautiful wife. Yeah, we love Simone. All right, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today, y'all, is espresso beans. On the high end, you say espresso beans, and on the low end, just say beautiful dark gray. That's your Kahlua.
Espresso beans.
And don't forget, y'all, get your tickets. Y'all May the 9th, that's Friday, y'all, for Tea Party 200 at beautiful Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama. So I want everybody in that area to come on down, honey. Go to stardome.com and get your tickets.
There it is. Y'all give it up for Gary.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it went down last night on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Joining us this morning is actress, singer, and peach holder. Please welcome Shamea Morton to the show. Good morning.
Yes!
Yeah, man.
What's happening?
Season 16, man. Let's get right into it. I know Gary antsy right about now, man, but tell us so far, man, what has been your good, your bad, and your ugly so far in the season?
Oh, man. The good has been me being able to promote my music, which is my single, Never Had. Mm-hmm. That's something I've always aspired to do, sing since I was a child. The bad would be my daughter's health on and off. Mm-hmm. You know, we never want to have our children be in that position to have over a dozen surgeries. Mm-hmm. And then I would say the ugly is the friendship with my best friend. That's something I never wanted to have happen. Even prior to joining this show, I went in there like nothing can break us apart. And so that's what I would say. Good, bad, ugly.
Yeah, well, that is good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, y'all, honey. So, so Shamea, okay, like I watched the show last night, and I was a little upset about, when y'all had to do the apology, when you and Angela apologized to one another. My thing is, why she didn't hug you? Hell, she hugged Portia after she got through hugging, but she didn't hug you. Y'all just got up and walked away.
She wasn't ready to forgive me for laughing at the stuff that Portia said, but I'm like, that's not my place. I'm not Portia's mom. Portia gonna say what she want to say. Mm-hmm. That's not my place to be trying to, and it was a kiki moment. Yeah. I mean, we were outside, kicking. We say stuff that we shouldn't say when we with our people.
Right.
Yeah. And in her defense, she didn't know that the girl was listening.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's right. Mm-hmm. What she said, I'm not saying that. So don't come into my DM. Somebody gonna do your husband. Somebody gotta.
Oh yeah, 'cause girl,
I hear y'all. I know, and I've gotten that. That's not my fight.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right. Well, we have all been following your surrogacy journey with Shiloh. And on the show last night, we saw that you were in the process of IVF again.
Yes.
I have went through that myself. It is not an easy process. Lots of giving yourself shots and lots of medicines and lots of different things you have to do. My wife actually ended up with blood clots in her lungs, and then she had an enlarged heart. Like, it was really a major complication going on. So people need to know how serious it is. People be like, oh, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to do IVF.
Yes.
Like, you put yourself through a lot. So how is all that going thus far, and how do you feel?
Oh, my goodness, Brad. I'm so happy you're speaking out about that, because people don't understand, like, just as high risk as it is to actually give birth, you say that's the closest point to death, it's just as high risk to do IVF, because you're now putting yourself at advanced risk for strokes, heart attacks, and like she said, blood clots, and you sign a waiver.
You do.
For all of that stuff.
And you don't really think those things are going to happen, because you could be perfectly healthy.
Yes.
And the IVF process can take you through some things that your body or your family have never experienced.
And you know what? When you think about it, it's all because you want to grow your family.
That's all.
For a baby.
That's all. Because you want to love another human being.
Oh, my goodness. But, Brad, you can say, once you got your baby.
Oh, my God.
Wasn't it just worth all of the things?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, when you're in it, it's like, I can't do it. I'm so stressed out. Your mood swings and you're just emotional. Mm-hmm. But then when you come through it, it's like,
everything make you cry.
All right, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, God. Yep. Thank you, God, for my blessing.
Yes.
My miracle.
Come on, man. Oh, my mama still feel that way about having me.
No, she don't. Don't be lying on your mama.
Now, Shamea, don't get upset with me, girl. But girl, okay, and last night on the show, now I see now you're y'all trying to find another surrogate.
Yes.
Shamea. Don't say it. Don't do it.
Brad,
okay. Don't you say that. Don't you do it.
I know. Okay.
Let's go to the next
You got to say it, because I can't be the one to say it.
And I guess you don't have to worry about people, what they look like or anything like that, girl.
Okay, so let me say this. Do. I think any woman that's willing to lend her body to be your oven to have your baby is amazing, and that's a special woman, right?
Yes, she is.
Asha does not end up being a good fit for us. Not spoiler alert, but she's just we had to move forward.
Brad, did you see her?
Brad, leave me alone. She just,
I was like, Shamea.
I really appreciate her and everything that
nice.
she's done. But again, we ended up going in a different direction, and we have another surrogate.
Girl, because I was going to say somebody should have prepped her before she got on camera. Not saying she's not a sweet person. Like, God bless her for even wanting to, to be an oven and go through all the tests and all that. Yeah. But it just...
Is it time for us to take our tequila now?
From the visuals, it wasn't the right fit.
And the way that y'all become... Y'all can't be... I mean...
No, we're not trying to come for people.
It ain't even just y'all. I mean...
But I'm just saying, like, when I saw that person, I
started to call you. I'm like,
I'm glad you didn't call me.
Girl, because I know we're avid listeners.
I was like, but you know what? I knew that wasn't going to be the fit.
Girl, I didn't. Not the way Shamea was acting with him.
No, but Shamea was just grateful. That
okay.
Some people get paid to do that?
Oven, and she got tested and all this stuff.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
A lot of money?
Yes.
You ought to be a Sarah.
They're carrying your personal prized possession.
There you go.
Your child. So they get
somebody
paid.
like me that's advanced in age. I only got so many embryos.
They definitely
and
get
I need
paid.
somebody that's really qualified and really good to be able to carry my child.
I just want somebody to put some kaleidoscope out of Brat so slick grip gel on the back of her hair that was like
Brat.
Brat, you not stop.
Not the grip gel.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I wasn't going to give up my kid.
Shamea, so how do you balance the public eye, honey, with your personal life, especially as a mom, honey?
It's difficult because I am a hands-on mom.
Mm-hmm.
I, of course, have the means to be able to hire a bunch of people to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I always feel like, oh, my gosh, I'm missing this or I missed that. And it's my own mom guilt. So it's hard because, I'm here, right? But I didn't get to drop my daughter off at school. My husband picks up the slack. Doing press in New York, I'm missing out on maybe a mother-daughter tea. So
it's a pain. It's
you feel so sad.
You feel so bad. Mom guilt is a real thing.
Really?
I used to go up to the school when we took True to school and sit up there all day long until he got out, just in case he needed me or needed anything.
That is a real thing, and it's not even them because they've gone about their day and they're enjoying their friends and their class and their teachers are so amazing. But it's you. You're the one that's like, oh my God, but what if? I need to. And you have this connection with this little being that is so astronomical. It's like amazing.
And you don't want them to need you, and you not.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
So basically, it's a juggle every day. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure it all out, and even with trying to grow my family even more, I told my husband but am I going to have enough love for all of
Girl,
you? Am I
only one person, but you will. You will. Mm-hmm. It's hard, though. It's not an easy thing.
And this is a side thing, too. Shamea, I want you to play Stephanie Mills every day, too, honey. Keep away, girls. This one's all mine, honey. Make sure you watch them Tramps from Jura, baby, because they looking. So I'm just saying.
Okay, Shamea, with season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, there were a lot of changes this season. If you could undo one change, what would it be?
It would be just the awkward space that my friendship is in with Portia.
Yeah.
I would undo that. That's my real friend. You know what I mean? And reality is real, right? Mm-hmm. Reality, you can't spell reality without spelling real. Mm-hmm. So the place that we're in right now it's hurtful. You know what I mean? It would be bad to say.
Why did y'all let it get to this point, though? How did you let it get to this point when you're such good friends?
In relationships, there's you and then there's them, right? And then there's your perspective and mine. Right. I haven't been able to even have a conversation to understand how it got to this point. Everything that I've done has been centered in love and has led with love. And I've never been one to allow anybody to talk down on my friendship or my people. And that's just my thing. Now, what's happening on the other side, I have no idea. But there's no way that Brat could come to me and say, Portia said this or Portia did this. I'm going to look at you like, girl, please. Stop.
So did the producers tell you to not talk to her a lot, or did
no? I've reached out. I've done my part. I feel,
okay,
and the fact that she's allowing and listening to other people is ludicrous to me. People that she just met, people that she does not know, well, they're in her ear or have said some things, I guess, about our friendship. First of all, our friendship should never have been up for discussion, to me.
Yeah.
And if it was something that was that bad, it should have been addressed to me.
Did y'all talk before the show and say, look, did she say, well, you've been on the show before, so you know how sometimes how setups can be and how trifling the plot can get. So did y'all have conversations before, like, look, no matter what they try to do, this ain't going to be a problem?
Yeah, and my thing is, what's understood shouldn't be, you don't have to explain. Like, I'm riding for you. I think history has proven I ride for you over and over again, almost to the point where people are like, what's wrong with you? What she got on you? Was you still riding some boy? What's happening with you? So at this point, I'm stepping back, and I'm going to need you to show me some of that. Reciprocity. I need you to ride for me like I've been riding for you. And as all things on reality TV, it'll all play out, and we will all see, and we can either be accountable for it or we can keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. This is good stuff. So we're going to keep the conversation going, Shamea, if you don't mind. You got some time to hang out a little bit?
Absolutely. Ain't going nowhere.
She ain't got nothing else today but us.
Come on, and we also want to play your new song. Is that cool?
I would love that.
More with the Real Housewife, Shamea Morton. That's coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. 14 minutes before the top of the hour. Come on, Shamea Morton. That's that new song, Never Has. Congratulations. Speak on it. Where's that inspiration come from?
Oh, my goodness. Just you never had a friend like me. You never had a partner, a wife like me. You never had a mom. I'm just all the things, right? I'm awkward, quirky, weird, fun.
I'm going to put that social media on my ring thing on my phone, honey. So
you got to.
Everybody know they ain't never had, baby.
You never had somebody that'll be what you need. You never had someone like me. Come on, shout out to RL, B Flat. They did it big when they, produced this song for me.
Yeah.
That's cute. I was like, I needed something that would speak to me, my true authenticity, like my, real ATL-ian Georgia, vibes. Just the friend that you just didn't know you needed.
Did you say Dennis produced that?
There is no way.
You know what?
Because what I will be is a good friend. And that's why I say, hey, best friends. Because what I will be is loyal. And we in Atlanta. Like, come on. There are so many amazing producers in Atlanta. Not saying that Dennis is not, but he would not have been my first choice.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes down to friendship code.
I never even knew Dennis did music. When I first met Dennis, I bought some hair from him. I bought some hair for him for somebody. Some Malaysian straightened silky hair. He had a spot where he sold hair.
And that's I think the thing. When I first heard Drew was working with Dennis, I didn't know that he was doing music. I only found out then.
That's why it sounds fishy.
But now hearing Drew's album, I will say it sounds good. Dennis did a good job. But leading up to that, I never knew Dennis did music. I saw him for hair, Yak,
and the hot dogs,
the hot dogs, and the club crew, and all the other things. He's just a really great businessman, a hustler.
Yeah.
I
hair,
never thought, but
hot dogs, and hookahs.
That's a hustler right there.
Yes, sir.
Hot dogs, hair, and hookahs.
Shaka Khan said she every woman, honey, he every man. Honey. It's all
you
in
never
him.
had.
Never had.
Yeah, but Dennis was always a cool person, for real.
For sure. And congratulations to them. I mean, hey, whatever you.
Absolutely.
It ain't my fault. I'm gonna mind my business because apparently you're danged if you do, you're danged if you don't.
Danged
like,
if you do, you're danged if you
hate
don't.
on it because you support your friend, and it's like you're doing too much. You got to be careful of the dog to bring the bone. Then you don't speak on it, and it's like, what kind of friend are you to not tell me what really happened in the real
and
deal?
who is the dog to bring the bone? Have they been here long enough to bring a bone for you to listen to the bone being brought?
It's a lot of bones being brought and accepted this season, and that's unfortunate because for me, you never had a friend like me because I'm a ride for you in your absence, and I think that's when it matters the most. If I'm not in the room to defend myself, I need you to stand up for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we can figure it out.
Right.
If somebody come to me and say something, he say, she say, I'm gonna be like, nah, ain't no way my friend would say something like that. Ain't no way my friend would do something like that. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, Gary said or Brat said, and we're gonna talk about it, and then it's gonna be what it is. But if you are allowing that, they feel comfortable enough to bring that to you. You got to shut it down.
So, Shamea, so now there's so many reality couples, have issues, honey, when they bring life to reality TV. We talked about that. So how have you and Gerald, remained as strong as you did through all of this?
So I've been with my husband over 10 years. We've been married 8 years in July. And you can't tell me nothing about Gerald Maingi Mwangi. All right, my man. First, and will always be first. Even in front of them cheering. And that's hard to say because I love my cheering. But my husband is my person. Right. And I think when you found your person, nothing can come between that. Nothing can, you can't tell me nothing about my man.
Yes.
So,
my woman.
That's right. Yeah.
I know. That's what I always tell you. I love that you're loved. Man. And I think that real love is infectious and you can see it and you can feel it. So when I see you and Judy's post, Brat, it's like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You feel it. You get chills. Right?
Yeah.
When I tell you, it was nothing but God's timing because people say, well, why haven't you been on the show? I needed the time to lay the foundation and to sow the seeds into my marriage, into my relationship, and I think when you're friends, and that man let me know when he got with me because I was super wretched. Like, you make me mad, I'm out of here, bye. Okay. And and he was like, let me tell you something, I'm not going nowhere, and you ain't going nowhere.
I love that.
And as long as you know that we're gonna be together forever. We cannot lay down with heartbreak and anger and resentment. We can let all that go.
Yes.
Because tomorrow we gonna still be together.
Don't you go to bed with that on your
and
heart.
Yes.
You better,
ain't no sleeping in different rooms.
Because tomorrow is not promised. You better resolve it before you go to bed.
Aww. And that is a thing.
Shamea,
absolutely.
We often hear about the post-show aftermath, meaning resolved issues get rehashed once the episode airs. So how do you deal with the confessional drama when you don't know what's been said
Somebody's
and
saying
all
about
of a sudden
you.
You watch and you be like, damn.
Oh, it's hurtful, especially if it's people that you love. Now the people that you just met, you could really give
don't
a good
care.
God dang.
Right.
You're like, all right, who said it? Girl.
Right.
I don't even know you. But the people that means a lot to you, it's hurtful because it's like, well, wait a minute. I didn't even know you was feeling like that. I didn't even know you was going there. Like, what? Okay. What are we doing? And then now you got to get your get back. You got to get your lick back.
Oh, Lord.
So it's like, okay.
Oh, man. Well, Shamea, we appreciate you coming by. We are so proud of you. We're so thankful for you. Thankful for you stopping by this morning, bringing the Cinco de Mayo vibes. You know what I'm saying? The celebration vibes.
Listen,
everything.
Shout out to Nana's Chicken and Waffles
shout
for
out
providing
to
the
Nana's
breakfast.
Chicken and Waffles.
Kelly, I love you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Let everybody know how they can follow you, your official account, and all that good
Please
stuff.
follow me at Shamea, spelled shame with the A on the end, because shame on you for not already following me. And Morton, like the salt or the steakhouse, Morton on all social media platforms, and download
your song.
Never Had.
That's right.
NEVA, spelled the Atlanta way, had on all of your favorite digital streaming platforms.
Let's
you never
go.
had, get it.
Man, come on.
All
Y'all
right.
better give it up for Shamea Morton, ladies and gentlemen.
I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Well, it's about that time for Jeff Johnson's 3 Things That You Need to Know. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Good to be with you this morning. Listen, it's been a busy week, man. Your president is on a terror.
He really is.
It's honestly almost impressive, the level of just confusion and insanity that he is able to make happen.
Jeff, I was just telling somebody that I'm impressed by his ability to just lie and say literally anything.
But you know what, though? It's one thing just to talk. Like, this dude is passing executive orders like he takes daily vitamins. Like, if I could be as productive in my life as he is in passing executive orders, I would have far more money than I have. Like, this week was, I think, incredibly interesting because he was asked on air if he believes he's supposed to honor the Constitution. And he said, I don't know.
Yeah. He said, I don't know. He said, I got lawyers that'll let me know whether I can do that.
And meant
The fact that he felt comfortable saying, I don't know, when he literally stood twice now. He has been inaugurated twice and said, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to do the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion. What are you talking about?
He don't remember that, and he didn't mean it.
Well, he didn't know. He just said, yeah.
He was just repeating words that people were saying to him. It meant nothing to him.
So here's what's even more interesting. You all may have heard that he is talking about 100% tariff now on movies made outside of the United States. And nobody's clear because, you know, he does these things and there are no clear definitions within. So they're not sure if he's talking about foreign language films that are produced, edited abroad, or even if he's talking about U.S. film companies that shoot in other places. I mean, many of you all know in particular, L.A. has not been the center of all movie making for a long time. Right. I mean, there are tons of movies being made in Atlanta because of their tax credit. There are a ton of movies being made in Buffalo, New York, in Cleveland, and New Orleans. And those states' tax credits have driven people to make films outside of L.A. So this is not just about a L.A. thing. There's a ton of production that's taking place in Toronto and other parts of the world that shoot on location. So nobody's clear exactly about what he means. But here's the interesting piece. Tariffs have always been about goods, not about services. And so if this happens, there's going to be yet another precedent set on tariffs that are now about services, not just goods. So, you know, we got to wait to see what really happens. But this could have not only interesting impacts on the film and television industry, but also if you start talking about services of any kind that are outside of the United States, how is that going to impact what we do moving forward? And last but not least, bro, Trump is reopening Alcatraz.
Well,
or at
we
least
talked about it.
I
don't think it's logistically or financially feasible or possible for him to actually do it.
Why not?
Why not? Because, well, I was just reading about why they shut it down in the first place and the cost that would be involved to basically rebuild the whole thing. But wouldn't Congress have to approve it?
What?
Why?
Congress isn't approving
You could literally make that come out of the defense budget. It could come
hundreds of billions of dollars.
Oh yeah,
or $100 billion.
Well, first of all, hundreds of billions of dollars in the defense budget. I mean, that's questionable if that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think this could be accomplished within the next 3 years anyway.
But here's the thing, right? Whether it's accomplished or not, that doesn't mean that he can't set it in motion. Like we keep talking about what he can't do, and he keeps proving us wrong.
Yeah, I think he's just saying it as a distraction to take away from, you know, his other business dealings.
Well,
and stuff
I think that's 95% of what he does.
I think it's all distraction.
Yeah, you know? I think 95% of what he does is about distraction.
I'm going to say something crazy to take your mind off the fact that I'm grifting money over here and over there.
Exactly. So it remains to be seen. But the fact that he is now talking about it and the fact that he starts doing most of the things that he's talking about in this first 100 days, we just don't know. And so it remains to be seen. And I think to your point, okay, it's how do we keep our eye on the ball of what's most important? That's probably the most difficult thing to do right now. Because we don't really know what is the smoke and what's the mirrors. So that's why we keep talking about it. We share information where we can. We correct information where we can. We keep people in the know. We talk about what we can do. We do what we can in those areas and hopefully try our best to ignore the things that are distractions if we can figure out that they are. Let me know what the most important thing to you is. Hit me at Jeff Nation on IG. If there's something that we should be talking about that we're not talking about because there's so much that we miss, let us know what it is, especially if it's local. Love y'all. Have a fantastic Monday. I'll get with y'all on Thursday.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Monday, May 5th, and also Cinco de Mayo. Here's what's going on in the news. On Meet the Press yesterday, Trump kept it blunt. As Jeff Johnson mentioned earlier, when asked if migrants deserve due process because, you know, it's in the Constitution, Trump said, quote, "I don't know." He brushed off recession fears, saying the economy thrived under him, and said Americans should stop buying junk from China, like dolls and pencils. Meanwhile, Trump reportedly has a 24-karat gold door in his Manhattan penthouse. But I digress. He also pitched building an Iron Dome-style defense system in the U.S., and he even had time to take a swipe at Texas Representative Jasmine Crockett.
You know what I can't name? I can't name one Democrat. I mean, I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. And they said, she's the future of the party. I said, you have to be kidding. I don't know what they're going to do. And I really believe in a two-party system.
Crockett responded on X, writing, "For you to be in charge of the whole country, you sure do have my name in your mouth a lot. Every time you say my name, you're reminding the world that you're terrified of smart, bold black women telling the truth and holding you accountable. So keep talking." A white woman in Rochester, Minnesota, Shiloh Hendricks, was caught on video at a local park calling a 5-year-old black autistic boy the N-word multiple times. It all started when the child picked up some of her toddler's things. When confronted, she doubled down, cursed, flipped off the man recording, and told him and his wife to leave the country.
You call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him an Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
That video went viral, and so did the money. Hendricks raised over $600,000 on a Christian fundraiser before her comments were shut down for being racist. Now, the Rochester NAACP clapped back, raising over $340,000 for the child's family in just one day. Police say the incident is now under investigation. Lastly, if you're driving and you look over and you see no one driving a semi, you're not crazy. A self-driving tech company just launched a driverless semi, well, actually tons of driverless semi-trucks, on the 240-mile route between Dallas and Houston. Now, there are no safety drivers on board, just full-on automation. This could be a game changer for how freight moves across the country, but it could also put a lot of truckers out of work. For information on these stories and more, check out the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
A driverless semi-truck? I don't know about all that, man.
Same.
NBA playoffs, full motion right about now. Golden State beats Houston 103-89 last night. The Warriors advance to the next round of the playoffs. I'm telling you, man, just when you count Golden State out, they just like, nuh-uh. Remember who we are. Indiana beat Cleveland. They lead that series 1-0. And one of the greatest of all time, San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich is stepping down as the head coach after medical issues. He's going to be moving to a front office role. Pop is 76 years old, 5 championships, as I said, one of the greatest of all time. And speaking of your president, Donald Trump, he actually gave Stephen A. Smith an endorsement to possibly run for president of the United States one day.
Stephen A. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. I love watching him. He's got great entertainment skills, which is very important. People watch him. You know, a lot of these Democrats I watch, I say they have no chance. I've been pretty good at picking people and picking candidates, and I will tell you, I'd love to see him run.
So Stephen replied like, look, man, I'm never going to count myself out. He ain't going to say yes or no, we'll do this in the future, but you never know. It is what it is. So he kind of like a politician, though. He'd be a good politician. It is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rock T. It's your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Mace is considering making an appearance at Diddy's upcoming trial. The former Bad Boy artist opened a recent episode of his sports talk show, It Is What It Is, by asking viewers to vote on whether he should or should not pull up. Here's what he had to say. Check this out.
I want to put it out to the fans. I'll let the fans vote on it. They're asking me to come to the Diddy trial. You think I should go this week?
It's up to you. I don't know your relationship. What is your relationship?
Why you gotta use relationship as a word?
I mean, that's what it is.
Right, that's what it
is. What else
is.
you want me to say? How, y'all cool or not cool? I don't know what else you want me to say.
Nah, just a few people reached out to me, asked me, was I going out? I was trying to figure out a way I could go at least a day.
Why you ain't go to the MTV Lifetime Achievement Award? when he won that.
He should go and testify when he walk off the stand and say, take that.
Right.
No. Mace and Diddy have a long history, y'all, with Mace releasing his debut album Harlem World in 1997 on Diddy's label Bad Boy Records. Diddy had features on 3 songs on Harlem World, and also they collabed on other hits over the years. The jury selection in Diddy's criminal trial begins today, and opening statements are expected next week. So what y'all think? Y'all think Mace should show up? Like, I think Diddy will be happy if Mace showed up to support him.
Well, Mary J. Blige should show up too, honey.
I think all of his artists that have love for him because he put those people on. So I think it's pretty cool if they show up. But they could also be afraid that might expose some of the people.
But didn't him and Mace have some real bad beef right before he went in trouble?
They did, but you know what? Love is love. Like I would always do anything JD asked me to do, no matter what.
No,
he never did me no wrong.
The thing with Mace and Diddy, the last thing I saw Mace saying about Diddy, it was no love there.
Yeah.
It was no love
Well, if
there.
he's thinking about showing up at his court case, then there's got to be some type of love.
Unless he's just saying it to be sarcastic or whatever.
I think, and also Mace probably saw some things, So I don't know if he wants to show up. They may ask him to testify.
Yeah.
They might.
I mean, Bill Cosby and all those people should show up, honey. Everybody.
Bill Cosby? Was Bill Cosby at the parties?
Well, he know what he's going through, so he could kind of coach him on a little.
Well, they probably wouldn't want Bill Cosby to show up. The attorneys probably would not want to do that, Gary.
Okay.
All right. Well, I know we all going to be glued to the TV to see what's happening. I don't know if it's being televised or not, but we're going to be glued to the information. And I'll have all your information, too, in the hot spot, so we're going to keep it popping with that. All right, y'all. Coming up next, fashion's biggest night. The Met Gala is tonight, y'all. Ooh, Gary, I know you're excited.
Yes,
and for the first time
honey.
in the glamorous event in New York, black men, their style, expression, and their elegance is on full display. Tonight's theme is super fine, tailoring black style. This year's co-chairs are all fashion-forward black men. Actor Coleman Domingo, we love him. He's amazing. Rapper A$AP Rocky, rapper-producer Pharrell Williams. He's going to kill it. He's going to be Louis Vuittoned out. And British racing driver Lewis Hamilton. LeBron James is also an honorary co-chair. They all work for the editor of Vogue magazine, Anna Wintour, as Gary would say, to coordinate the event. The purpose of the Met Gala is to raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. It also celebrates the opening of the Institute's spring exhibition. Tickets for the exclusive star-studded event are $75,000.
That's cheap, honey, for this event, honey.
Yes, girl. $75,000. That's how much the tickets are.
Yes. I wonder if they're going to be sagging.
And you try to complain
tonight.
about a Beyonce ticket, right? Gary, would you pay to go to the Met Gala?
Girl, not Brat. No, ma'am, baby, honey. As long as I've been in radio, somebody got to give me a comp ticket.
Gary won't even pay to park somewhere.
Baby.
Gary won't pay $10 for a valet. You talking about?
Yeah,
but Gary feel different about Miss Anna Wintour.
Yes, and fashion.
And the Met Gala. Gary, if you could go and they give you a discount from $75,000 to $50,000.
Oh, hell,
would you try to put it on layaway and go?
Well, I will put her on low way, honey. Yes, ma'am, honey. I do the low way, baby. So I'll start off today for next year, honey.
Gary needs 2 years in advance to pay for the layaway to go to the Met Gala. Let Miss Anna Wintour know Gary with the T will be attending the event.
Miss Wintour.
Miss Wintour. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. And you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Coming up next, we got the Praise Mix now with the White Stone. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, this is Monday, time for the State of Black America. And this morning, we have the current president of the National Urban League, Marc Morial. Hey, good morning, Mr. Marc. We're happy to have you, and I know there's a lot going on in Black America.
Good morning, Ricky. It's great to be with you this morning, and I'm Marc Morial, President and CEO of the National Urban League, and I'm bringing you the State of Black America on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The first 100 days of Donald Trump's second administration have been an unrelenting assault on civil rights, civil liberties, economic justice, the separation of powers, and the rule of law itself. He's imposed a distorted version of the nation's history to justify the attempted elimination of pathways to equity and inclusion. Cabinet members and staffers have been appointed who've embraced conspiracy theories, bigotry, and yes, racism. The first 100 days have been an assault on the 70 years of civil rights progress for Black Americans and others. From the Brown versus the Board of Education decision all the way forward, I believe that this is an assault on the American future. The administration is trying to convince the American people that the future is a replay of the past. Instead of looking forward, they've been looking in their rearview mirror. This is not what people voted for and not what people expected, which is why the polling numbers have come in loud and strong of a negative reaction to this first 100 days. But these 100 days of chaos have also been met with 100 days of resistance. We convened dozens of the nation's top civil and human rights leaders for an emergency strategy session in January and launched the Demand Diversity Roundtable. We've spearheaded the Fair Budget Coalition, an alliance of civil rights, economic justice, and policy organizations advocating for a responsible federal budget. We participated with Reverend William Barber in the beginnings of Moral Mondays, which is a fight for a responsible federal budget that centers on people, fairness, opportunity, and economic security, and pushes back on cuts to education and health care and investments in community. We ask all of you listening today, to be involved in this very important battle today. It's a battle for the future of the nation. We all must stand in defense of democracy, equality, and the rule of law. Get active, get involved in your church, in community-based organizations. Go to www.nul.org or at Nat Urban League and at Marc Morial to be involved in this continuing battle. Most importantly, be active and be involved through your community-based organization, through your church, through your Divine Nine chapter, if you are a member there. Most importantly, we must all be involved in this fight for the future of America. I'm Marc Morial, bringing you the State of Black America on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Follow me on all social media at Marc Morial, and I'll see you next week on the radio.